Hello, Sid. This is Nathan Raymond, and happy to get your message. So I see you have written right, microchips, Japanese exchange students going to India for English-speaking startups and travel, which is perfect. I have the perfect partner, and I'm also doing this too. The placements for qualified English-speaking students or workers in Japan for startups, jobs, tourism. Yes, and that is what people are coming to me for. And Japanese companies looking to expand operations in India to place for Indian companies to expand to Japan. And yes, these are all things that we're doing. Now, I'm telling you what I'm doing here, right? I'm creating a Japanese company, but I'm registering the one that's gonna be ideal for our collaboration. But I want you to get excited because, see, this is all about a Genesis block. See, this can be catered towards you because you're the someone that I'm connecting with first, and create a trip to invite foreign people to collaborate with Japanese people. That's also what I'm doing. Integrate Taiwan chip makers in India to create chip manufacturing in America, right? And then create startup incubators and accelerators. So this is just what I'm doing, okay? I'm a content creator, but all of us, right? Anybody that deals with me, their curiosities, we either then go into either content or code. So the India people I'm getting and attracting coders, right? But these Westerners, they're more like the content creators. I mean, anybody can do what they want, but I think primarily these are like these types of readily creatable startups. And so I'm the entrepreneur, but sometimes to get the skills we need, we're doing jobs. So, I've created the jobs and training to turn people into entrepreneurs and pushing a product that we also are the distribution for and to get money. So just to know, like when we digitally transform a business currently at 3D to a business to 5D, we digitally transform business by personally branding employees. Now, obviously, companies, the way they feel about their employees, the thing that we're teaching an employee, a company wouldn't do, because what we teach the employee to do is how to make a lot more money. So this is gonna be difficult for the power dynamics. However, it doesn't have to be. And that's the part. See, our collective networks create reality. So the Japan Exchange, right? We deal with personal brands, right? That's our curiosity, because Nathan Raymond, me, myself, this is how I am not just a personal brand, but an ambassador of Japan. So we use existing online content. So I don't have to get people to do anything other than assess what they've already been doing. And that's the basis for our entrepreneurship, where the Japan Exchange community, which is created through the blockchain-next. I mean, the community itself is our product, our decentralized community. So startup incubator is a lot more appealing and showing people how, as prices have gone up, to be part of an organization to get prices down, to buy in bulk is what we need to do. And then we are the distribution system of the app, which is my passion app, a company. I built it with a company. I'll show you this. And my YouTube existing content, and turning this into money because the content leads people to a link to pages to join. However, I really feel that instead of making money by charging people the money, it's Facebook model where people can use for free. But as you use it, our collaboration will create a revenue stream that we could divide, which is the same thing I'm doing with you. So to get more specific, though, now I can go, sorry about that, show you some actual companies. Okay, yes, well, these are all the companies that I've dealt with in Japan. Now there's the SDGs too. I want you to realize that this is an existing thing that we could use, but we're gonna take it over. We're gonna hack it, because as it stands, it only exists to accomplish the goals of the UN, because they built it. They're the Genesis block of this, but our Genesis block is different. But at a time where there's, you know, digital archiving, DX people, see, these are all existing organizations, you know, Japanese Chamber of Commerce that's trying to offer these things. So you see with this Aichi Allure, we live in an area, they call it Aichi, but their tourism, right? That's what they do. They make these pamphlets, you know, boosting about, you know, the industries we have, which of course, you know, these are all the things that, you know, people from India are interested to come to, and agricultural technology for sure, and, you know, various movie makers, content creators, runners, sports enthusiasts. I mean, we'll get some cricket going here. But yes, okay, so culture. And I was in India at the Mela at Suraj Kunj, so there were world festivals we're working on. What we have in Japan is definitely to go out for festivals, and yes, I mean foods. Okay, anyway, that's enough about, I guess, the area I live, that how, yes, okay, I was a travel writer. So the experiences I'm offering people, right, is the internship developed on being an exchange student. I'll write that more. English teacher, travel writer, and recruiter. So I'm a specialist in how to guarantee the user experience for people to come to Japan. Now here is the Taiwan group that Tammy is a company, and I've already connected to them through the various trade fairs in Japan. So Japan has their relationships with Taiwan, and this is just, you know, companies that have their own chip making capabilities, and the types of industries we talk about here, you can see. So these Taiwan groups of people is definitely something that I've gravitated to. This is their business card right here, and a you know, so website, you know. And, you know, other companies I've met, yes, this is a robotics company. So the Japanese robotics companies I have here, this is an AI database company. A lot of startups here that I'm also connected to venture capital. So I want to introduce venture capital to profitable deals. Now I want to tell you about this Innovators Garage, because that's where we have, you know, the freelancers that I want to recruit. And I already have some India Bridge Company. This is KC Consulting Services. I've already been instrumental in them coming here. This is my New York connections of people with, you know, easy to see documentation of various, but here, boom, this guy, I've worked with him, and Jeff Bank. You know, it's just these specific people and locations that I'm able to, you know, help somebody who is interested in investment, make sure they can get the right categories. When people visited me in Japan too, I'm sorry about that glare. Let's take it here, okay? So I take people through 12 categories of experience they would have never got otherwise. And this is not something any traveler would get, and just it's critical for us how we are developing the automated lead generation services, which is what everybody wants. And so I really feel right now I am treating you as somebody who, if I was to deal with somebody with a company, and being an asset manager to help you get the highest return on time and investment. And I've assessed what other startup incubators do in their process and other venture capital companies. And I just think that we can do it better with an all-inclusive service. And especially now as I'm showing this, I mean, I wanted to show you about the people I've got. Like, this is an idol group. And I'm not talking about like exploitation of women, actually far from it. I'm talking about that these girls who are models, who want to do these modeling gigs, I argue by keeping them only in Japan that they are suppressed and kept down, but we have these festivals and, you know, people coming to Japan, like for example, this location shows where people can stay, because this is an accommodation place that basically is open like 6 days, 7 nights. So people doing a week-long experience, 1 month, you've got these people coming to Japan, you know, and based on coming to Japan, we have a kind of cryptocurrency here. Sorry about that. It's called K-Money. And it's a local currency of our town that's already hooked to, this is just businesses, 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 businesses. So when people come here, they don't have to worry about money, because the price they pay, it allows for us to get all of our things handled, but it happens like this, where the money is spent here and people have to be there to get the benefit of that. And I just have a lot of networks. Like, these are all people with their names and faces and businesses, and they're all people who are welcoming the India travelers. And if they never came here, they would never get this experience. We have these empty houses that we've refurnished and turned into just amazing experiences. I mean, it's just not something you're going to get with anybody, but at the same time, we have a lot of people in the community. These are young people. Now, they're just volunteers, you know, and as volunteers, they're doing their, you know, local promotion of cafes. But when I am turning them, their natural activity they're doing, and connect it to the India people that are visiting here, we make marriages, like big profits, and give the best user experience. And sorry, last thing I'm just gonna show is this monotsukuri, hitotsukuri, meaning the place we're making. It's a university around here that would be an ideal setting to welcome Indians, and I've already actually visited this location with the India person that I showed you here, yes. So I would love to tell you more. I don't want to go on too much about this, but this is what I do. I have a lot of contacts, and the one that's most important too is this person here, because he is somebody that is in Nagoya, my city, but they have an office in Tokyo, Canada, America, Silicon Valley. Canada, they're in Victoria. So they're existing businesses. I'm able to get their ears, and see, they're dealing with internships, consulting, global IT engineering. I mean, we're just the people who are doing the deals and earning profits and getting percentages. So I'm excited about this.